Good evening, all. Am I audible to all? Please answer yes in the chat section if I am audible. You can type yes if I am audible in the chat section. Okay, so today we have two topics to cover. The first topic would be all the important questions from the exam point of view for infection control management and quality control management. Then in the second section, I will be giving you a cheat sheet of all the exam key points which you have to keep in mind. It will be all your potential exam related queries and answers to it. So am I clear to all? Yeah. So I'll start with the infection control and prevention management, this book first. Okay. So if at all you guys have your books um, with you, and if you have a pen or paper or pencil, that would be really great. Or at the end of the session, I will be showing you the list of all topics along with the page numbers. You can take the screenshot or the snapshot of the screen at that time, or else you can go with the flow along with me. Okay. So if you have any questions, please keep it at the last. Okay. Because I can't be distracted to questions while going in the flow of listing out all the important topics. Okay, so if you have any questions, exam related queries or any topic related queries, please keep it to the last. We will have a Q&A section at the last. Okay. Is it fine with everyone? Yeah, so let's start. In the infection control and prevention management, page number 7, you will have a structure which consists of 7 officers who consist the hospital infection control structure. You should know the structure and the names of what are the posts of the hospital management staff involved in hospital infection control. Okay. Then coming to the second topic, that would be the surveillance of healthcare associated infections. Surveillance, that is page number 9. You should know what's the definition of surveillance, and also in the same page they have mentioned the definition of hospital associated infection. So you should know the definition. Open-ended questions may come, so you should know what would be the correct statement. You don't have to type the statement. You will be given options. All the questions will be MCQ, so you will be given options, but you should be aware of what is the exact definitions. Okay. Next, high risk areas. In page number 10, high risk areas, you should know what are the high risk areas in a hospital which may lead to an outbreak of hospital infection. And outbreak management. At last of this book, you again have a topic like outbreak investigation that has 10 steps. You can refer that. Then coming to page number 14, you have standard precautions and transmission based precautions. Transmission based precautions is from page number 51. So all the topics, all the droplet, airborne contact, transmission based precautions and infections, you should be thorough with that. And standard precautions you can read through. It's a very easy topic, you can read through. So questions may come from this. And hand washing, the 5 moments of hand washing, you should be thorough with that. That's a very important part. Also, common mistakes during hand washing, page number 17. All the regions of hand washing, that is 90% palm, 70% back of the palm. All these percentages are very important. Questions may arise from those areas. 5 moments of hand washing, don't forget that. Then we have page number 25, surgical hand washing. That's very important. Surely you will get at least one question from surgical hand washing. Then we have PPE. You should know there is a mnemonic for PPE, which you can refer, that is 3G. MacBook. I have put it across in the chat. Okay, in 3G MacBook, remember that. You will remember all the PPEs that should be there. That is gloves, gown, goggles, mask, apron, cap, and boot cover. Okay, so that PPE is very important. And the sequence of PPE, what comes first and after what the sequence is there. Sequence is given in 29, page number 29. That you should refer. You should know what's the sequence of PPE, putting on a PPE, and then removing the PPE. That also has a sequence. You should know the sequence. Questions will come from that area. Then page number 47, N95 mask. N95 mask and N100 mask. When and then under what conditions you should choose these masks. Okay, that's a table, very important table. Okay. Then coming to page number 49, guidelines of collection of blood, and also disposal, safe disposal of needles and sharps. Questions may come from these two areas. These are very important topics from practical aspects also. Transfusion-based precautions, as you know, I have mentioned earlier, page number 51, from page number 51 up till 61, till the isolation room policies and visitors policy, everything is important. Lots of questions may arise from those areas. And hospital associated infection, 4 are given: CLABSI, COTI, VRE, and SSI. You should know what is the abbreviation of all the hospital associated infections and how to prevent those, and what leads to those infections. Questions are very prominent questions may come from these areas. Then we have environmental management practices. You can go through this, read through this, and please pay good attention during this heating, ventilation, air conditioning in ICU, negative pressure rooms, positive pressure rooms. These are very important, especially the environmental practices in the high risk areas. Any topic from that areas is very important for exam. So that's from page number 70 to 89, cleaning of hospital environment. And cleaning, sterilization, disinfection, the levels of disinfection, types of sterilization, types of autoclave, moist, dry, everything is important. Especially you should be thorough with the the time required, and also the degrees Celsius which has to be used. And it's given very clearly in a table. Hot air oven, it's on the table is on page number 92, hot air oven and autoclave, along with the time duration and degree Celsius, then the temperature. Okay, that's a very important question. And please be thorough with all the tables, especially in the under the topic of cleaning, disinfection, and sterilization. There you will find a lot of tables of how to disinfect general equipments of patient care equipments, etc. Please be thorough, very thorough with the tables. What information the tables are providing, we can give you a lot of questions from there, tricky questions from there. Okay, so be thorough with the tables, then you can score at least 60%. Standard procedure for cleaning and disinfection of solid linen when it comes to laundry services and housekeeping. You can just go through it. Especially in housekeeping, please be thorough with the zones of the hospital. Isolation unit, page number 129. Standard procedure for cleaning and disinfection of ISO. Am I not audible? Hello? Answer yes if you are able to hear me. Okay, will do one thing. I will share my screen and I will directly take you to the presentation. The presentation also has the same topics and page number. I will explain you from there, because if there is voice issues because of technicalities, we should not miss on important points here. Is my screen visible to all? Yeah. Screen is visible? Screen, yes. Reply screen, yes. Okay, cool. So please take a screenshot of the screen. Were you able to take the screenshot? Yeah. Take the screenshot of this screen. 1 second, let me share. Take a screenshot of this thing, from negative pressure rooms to kitchen management. So yeah, we were talking about the laundry tables and step. In laundry, in the topic of laundry, please be thorough with the tables, okay? Tables and the steps of how to do a laundry and replace it back to the wards. And in housekeeping, be thorough with the zones and standard procedures. There are a lot of standard procedure tables for housekeeping. Be thorough with that. And spillage, you should know the formulas, the tables, mercury spillage, blood spillage, body fluid spillage, and how to tackle it. The procedure for seeing through a spillage. Biomedical waste management, another important topic. The color codes, please don't follow the color codes what you are following in your hospitals for the examination. Please follow what is given in your notes just for the examination. segregation of biomedical waste, disposable, and all tables. Are you able to see my screen? Please reply screen yes again. If you are getting the negative pressure rooms up to kitchen management, that slide. Yeah, okay. Then coming to CSSD, Central Sterile Department, all the zones and steps up till quality assurance, steps up till quality assurance, from decontamination to quality assurance. And zones are very important. Zones are very important for CSSD. Then coming to occupational safety, especially for the blood-borne diseases, you should be thorough with what is the post-exposure prophylaxis for hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and HIV. Be thorough with that. And then you also have exposure for measles and varicella and all. Just go through that. Those are easy topics. But for blood-borne diseases, please be thorough with the PEP. Then coming to the needle stick injury protocols, how to prevent needle stick injuries and protocols. There are steps. Be thorough with that. Safe injection practices, needle stick injuries. Then SARS, the definition of SARS, checklist, what are the contents of such checklist? Please pay attention, what are the contents of the SARS checklist? Then coming to page number 164, how to record your temperature using digital and mercury. You should know what are the steps and what all things you should keep in mind while checking the temperature. Be thorough in that area also. Antimicrobial stewardship, antibiotic stewardship and antimicrobial stewardship policies, and the stewardship requirements, what an organization should have if they want to conduct the antimicrobial stewardship program. That's very important. Key requirements. The policy has around 6 steps. Just go through that, read through that, and be specific about the names of the spread of specific organisms. In the steps, you don't have to be specific. You can read it and you can understand the concept. But when it comes to control of spread of specific organism, that is page number 169, be very specific about the names of the organisms which causes the spread of diseases. The MRSA, DRE, multi-drug resistant gram-negative, those things. And in antimicrobial stewardship, key requirements, as I told earlier, what are the key requirements an organization should have if they want to induct such programs? Then coming to outbreak investigation, you have 10 steps. Be thorough with the 10 steps. That's all. In surveillance, in which all cases surveillance are compulsory? That is COTI, CLABSI, SSI, VAP, all the hospital acquired infections, bed sores, needle stick injuries, multi-drug resistant cases. In such cases, surveillances are very, very much important. So you should know in which all areas surveillance is required, how to record and document surveillance. Then in kitchen management, the cleaning procedures, what under the kitchen, there are a few points: cleaning procedures, food storage and everything, especially the temperatures. It is given 8 degrees Celsius, should be stored below 8 degrees Celsius. And if it is cooked and chilled food, it should be stored below 3 degrees Celsius. Be thorough with that. Degrees Celsius, at what temperature it should be stored and preserved. And also dry storages in page number 178. How to store dry ingredients, how to store green leafy ingredients, vegetables and everything. The process should be clear. Waste disposal, there are 2 points, should be clear with that. So these are all the important topics and page number which you should be very thorough with for the examination of infection control management, this entire slide. Okay, so be sure you should have this screenshot. All of you are clear with this? Can we move to the next topic? Say topic yes under the chat. Then we will move to next topic, that is important questions for quality control management. Are you able to see the screen for quality control management? Say screen yes in the chat. Those who are appearing only for the infection control management, please wait, because a brief of examination has to be given. After quality control management, a brief of examination will be given. So you may have doubts there. So please don't leave the meeting soon. After quality control management, we will go to the examination brief, the technicalities of examination, how the examination would be. Okay. Yeah. So in quality control management, starting itself, you will have the first three topics, that is function, expectation, and focus of a quality control manager. There are key points. Just remember that quality, the six dimensions of healthcare quality from hospital's perspective and from patient's perspective. Be clear with that. You can just read through those areas. And cycle of measurement, very important. Page number 5, measurement. Be thorough with what is a percentage, average, ratio, etc. What's absolute number? There is a table in page number 8. Be thorough with that table. What is the information given there? Okay. Then coming to measurement categories, structure measures, process measures, outcome measures. Read through that. Again, a cheat sheet is given in page number 10 about structure, process, and outcome measures. Be thorough with that. Questions may come from those areas. And other areas of measurements, is read through those topics. Design a data collection system, what, who, when, how. Read through those areas. Balanced scorecard at page number 18. Pillars of excellence, again page number 18. There are key points. Be thorough in those areas. And evaluation. What is evaluation? The steps of evaluation. Also the 8 tools, different tools for displaying data. Page number 21. You may be given a picture, and you may they may ask you, what kind of tool is this? What kind of bar graph is this? So you should know what's the difference between a histogram, bar graph, pie chart, etc. Okay. And SMART targets, very important. SMART. Page number 25. SMART. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time bound. You should know what is the abbreviation for SMART. Okay. Benchmarking. Performance improvement project. What are the steps of improvement? 7 models of improvement, very important. Key questions will come from the 7 models of performance improvement. There are this Shewhart, Kaizen Blitz, 5I technique, 5S technique, Six Sigma, and Lean. Okay, the concepts should be clear. And in medical legal aspects of medical practices, what are the negligence issues? Okay, that you should know that back informed consent, coverage of doctors under CPA, claim for damages, and then be very thorough with the laws relevant to doctors, especially the res judicata, mistake of law, all those areas. You should be very thorough with what they mean. We can give a question like mistake of law, and we can give few statements. You have to select what is the correct meaning of that that represents a mistake of law. Okay. WHO guidance for patient management. Just read through the guidance and improving patient satisfaction. International patient safety goals. There are six goals. You should know what are the at least the headings of the 6 goals. You should be thorough with. Spectrum of services. Admission to hospital to transportation, 7 spectrum of services. Just the headings are enough. You should be knowing the headings of these services. Content you can read through. Patient's right and consent. There are 11 rights and 2 consents. Be very thorough about the rights. And quality standards for nutrition therapy, pain management, end of life care. End of life care is very important. I have not mentioned in the slide, I think, but please make a note of that. Quality standards for end of life care, important. And the most important topic is transplantation, organ transplantation. What is the quality standards the hospital should have if they're conducting an organ transplantation? All the paragraphs and all the points from this particular topic is very important. Key questions may be asked from these areas. Quality standards for transfusion of blood products, another important topic. Anesthesia and surgical care. Be thorough with the WHO surgical safety checklist. Okay, what are the contents of the checklist? Eight areas of medical management. The headings are enough. You can just read through the content, but be thorough with the headings. Medical errors in nursing, another very important topic. What are the types of errors, causes of errors, and prevention? At least if you are thorough with the headings, you will know the concept. Then sentinel events, unanticipated events. You don't know what may happen. Okay, once in a blue moon, some events may occur, unanticipated sentinel events. Read about that, important topic. Near miss events, prevention of control of infections. Just go through the headings, that is enough. And then if you are thorough with the infection control management, the sterilization, cleaning and everything, this medical equipment, devices and supplies will be very easy for you. The contents are almost similar. Again, food services, very important. What is the responsibility of a food safety officer? The class and categories of food, class 1, class 2, class 3. You should know in which cases a food canteen will be termed as class 1 canteen, class 2 canteen, or class 3. Okay, what are the areas necessary to be coming under that class? Food safety program. Just go through the food safety program. There is a table on page number 92 about the food safety hazard support program and action to be taken. Facility management system. Healthcare waste management, again in infection control, if you are thorough with the biomedical waste management, this is easy. Disaster management program, page number 101. Fire safety program. In fire safety program, please be thorough with the page number 105 and the 4 steps to how to use a fire extinguisher. That's a very important topic. 10 steps of TB infection control. Be thorough with the steps. You can easily understand what are the content of these 10 steps. Just read through the utility systems management. Another important topic, water supply and wastewater. The water quantity used. There is a table on page number 115. Outpatients may require how many liters of water? Inpatients may require 40 to 60 liters of water. These are very key points for questions from, for example, water disposal. Another important topic. In power, you should know what all different types of powers are used in hospital: solar panels, generators, vehicle battery, etc. Communication infrastructure, washrooms, go through that, just read it. Again, hand washing is there. Remember the 5 moments of hand washing and the success rates of hand washing. Be thorough with the success rate percentages and moments of hand washing. In labor room, delivery room infrastructure, there is a table. Just go through that table, especially what chemicals they use, antiseptic solution and chemicals, what is the percent of chemicals used. Be clear about that. And when it comes to ICU infrastructure, read clearly everything from page number 128 to 151. It's everything is about ICU, how an ICU infrastructure should be, how many beds should be, what's the distance between 2 beds, etc. Be very clear about that. Once you will read it, you will understand. It's very easy topic, but be thorough in that area. HDU on page number 152. Infrastructure of HIV services. There are tables from 154 to 156. Just go through that. Counseling infrastructure, page number 161. There is a table given. Waiting area and pharmacy infrastructure, just go through that. Only one question may come from either of these two. Medical record management, what are the quality standards for medical records? That's an important topic, especially the quality standards for medical records. Read that, those points. Electronic medical records, again, the quality standards for e-medical records. There are points given, read through that. And the last important topic is the accreditations, quality accreditations from page number 172 to 178. For patients, how the accreditation can benefit patients, hospital staff, regulatory bodies, and also NABL, JCI, NAPH. Brief is given about that, ISO. Read that. Steps of NABH accreditation. Be thorough with that. Also, in quality control, when it comes to Six Sigma, just know the DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, control. If you're clear about those headings, that's enough. There will be no essay questions as such, but at least if you're clear about the DMAC, what the abbreviation DMAC stands for, that is enough. Especially for quality control management, not for Six Sigma exam. When it comes to the subject of quality control, and if a question arises about Six Sigma, it will be not more than any abbreviations. Okay. For Six Sigma exam, this meeting is not for Six Sigma exam. It is only for infection control and quality control management. There will be meeting for Six Sigma also. So the final topic of today's presentation, that would be the exam brief. Okay, pay good attention for that. And also for all the subjects, glossary, acronyms, and tools, which is given at the last of the books. Okay, especially in infection control management, glossary and acronyms are given. If you read that at least 4 to 5 times, you can clear the exam. I'll be sharing my screen for exam brief. So the exam is from 14th to 24th August. Exam link will be emailed to you by 15th August night. Wait till then. Okay, if you're not getting the exam link, you can connect with your relationship manager. Okay, only during the working hours, not at late nights. Okay, if there is any technical difficulties, it will be communicated with you by 15th August night. All the students will receive their examination link via email, and link will work only once. You can't forward the link. If you forward the link will not work. Exam will start as soon as you click the link. Just check your mail if you have received the mail from NHCA. It has the link or not. But if you click the link, you have to appear for the exam. Exam will start. You can't undo it. Okay, so be careful about that. As soon as you click the link, exam will start. Appear for exam anytime, day or night. You can either use your laptop or mobile, but before 24th August. Don't wait till 24th midnight or anything. By 23rd maximum, finish your exam, because on 24th there may be technicalities, and because of which link may not work. So don't procrastinate it. By 23rd, try to finish all your exams. Don't wait till 24th midnight. Okay, all the questions will be MCQ patterns. There will be no essay questions. MCQ pattern. There will be 50 questions for each subject, and it will be for 1 hour. 50 questions for 1 hour, and there is no negative marking. Total 100 marks. Each questions will carry 2 marks. Passing score is 60%. And if at all you fail the exam, you have the chance of second attempt, and the second attempt is free of cost. You don't have to pay for the second attempt. You can attempt for the second time for the second, along with the second batch, next batch, not with the current batch. If you fail in August, your next exam will be in February. The second attempt will be in February, and you don't have to pay for the second attempt. It is free of cost. All questions will be from books. There will be no questions from outside. So be thorough with, especially with the tables and pictures which is given in the books. Be thorough with that. If you have taken triple compo courses, for each subject there will be separate email along with the link. There will be not one email containing all the 3 links. For each subject, separate email will be there. and each email will have one link, but don't jump and click the link because the exam will start as soon as you click the link. Be very careful about that part. WhatsApp your respective relationship manager during working hours only. If you have any queries, studies related, or any technical issues, please WhatsApp your relation manager during the work hours. That is between 9 to 5. Ensure you save your relation manager's number. Pallavi, all of you should have Pallavi's number. She will send you all the broadcast messages and etc. So be subscribed to that. Have Pallavi's contact number. Be in regular touch for studies. If you have any questions related to study, then you can ask your clinical instructors, the instructors provided by NHCA. So please go through this list again. If you have any queries, we can answer it later. These are the 15 points. Please remember this.
Before class ends, I will give brief about Six Sigma and HM in 5 minutes. You can continue till then.
All are clear about the examination? Do you have any doubts? You can post it in the chat.
This is Dr. Mitalia. Say, Sayeda, if like 60% is passing, everyone 60% is passing, and in case if someone scores less mark, you can appear second attempt. There is no charge, and that second attempt you have to appear in February. So be very sure that you are prepared for exam before you appear, and you should read the book at least once. And we have sent you the important topics which you should focus on. And if you do that, you will easily score more than 80-90% marks. Right. Dr. Amravani, ma'am, quality exam 25 questions, 100 marks. But this was for last year. But this year, it may be 50 questions also. And regarding Six Sigma and Green Belt and HAM, right. So those who wish to, if you are enrolled for triple combo and you're eligible for exam, then you will get the links for those exams and you can appear whichever exam you wish. And if you want to appear, like for example, you have triple combo and you will get 3 separate mails for all the 3 courses. You can appear 1, 2 or all 3 in August. Remaining, you can ignore and you will appear in February. For the exams which you will finish in August, you will get those certificates in August, in September or October. And immediately you get the result by email, instantly. And February exam, when you appear February exam, you will get those certificates in March. I'm sending on the chat box important topics for Six Sigma Green Belt. If you do not have time, you should have read all this, preferably. Six Sigma book is very interesting. It covers top management, different tools, more than 25 tools are there. Then decision-making tools, performance improvement, and it covers the basics of Six Sigma, what are the benefits and methodology. So you should focus on what are benefits of Six Sigma, what is Six Sigma, what is Six Sigma methodology, names of methodology and DMAC methodology, right? And then come to top management tools. Exam is comfortable and easy if you read the book at least once, any subject. If you have not read the book at all, then you should not appear August exam. And for HM, okay, for Six Sigma, there is one shortcut which I do not recommend, but if you wish, you can use that. At the end of the book, there is a glossary, and it is alphabetically arranged. You can use it. for answering some of the questions, but do not rely completely on the book to answer all questions. For hospital administration management, I have individually sent you your instructors. We have individually sent you the important chapters which you should focus on, and this will be the chapters which you will focus. Okay. For every subject, there is a separate email, and in every email there is a link. So for every subject, there is a separate link. Good question, Dr. Kasturi. Result is displayed on your screen immediately as soon as you click on submit button, and you also get the email of result immediately. Your certificate hard copy will come to your home within a month. September, most likely, it will start dispatch because it comes from Singapore, and you should make sure to enter your correct name. And if there is any spelling mistake in the name, change is not allowed. You can contact your relation manager. Dr. Amravani, you can contact Dini in that case. So you can contact your relation manager. You will get the links. Everyone will get links by 14th and 15th. In case if you do not get by 15th August, then Monday you can drop a WhatsApp to your relation manager. In the WhatsApp, you write your name, your email address, and the subjects which are going to appear in the August month. Okay. Please do not call your relation manager or instructors out of working hours. Some people, they appear exam in the middle of night and they just start calling the relation manager in the night. So please avoid that. For NLM, whole book is important. Nursing Administration and Leadership Management course, the whole book is important. Any other question? Anishma, do you want to say something if I missed out?
So you have covered everything.
Exam is comfortable if you have read the book at least once, right? If you are not read it, so, and if you're depending on opening the book during exam, not a good plan. Okay, best of luck, everyone. Thank you for joining. Next Friday again, we will meet, same time, same link, 5 p.m. Okay. Do not wait to appear your exam for the last date, 24th August. Okay, finish it before that. Thank you, everyone. Have a great time. Bye-bye.